Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to a new season, Big Brother 22 Week in Review. And this is coming a little bit later than I wanted it. To be honest, I kind of forgot about it. I'm doing some other things, so particularly trying to go to this school. So I'm not gonna be able to do things like in the morning, at least we're at this point in time. On Thursdays. So if I can remember, they will be in the evening, and and who knows? I may just after doing this, I just may see how the rest of it go. I don't have too much left to go in this class. I got about another 3 or 4 weeks, so we'll just see. We'll play it by ear. But I did want to do this, let you know that I am doing the Big Brother Weekend Review, so you can expect that. So that should be coming every week. Hopefully. Um, at least once we get past this first little part of it. And yeah, and so we've got these Big Brothers All Stars, and I guess we could go back and forth on what you think an All Star is. For me personally, I think an All Star is someone who like a major player in the game. Someone who is a major player in the game. Uh Someone who did something of notice, a winner, a big brother, someone who made it to the final two, who did something like that. I think that's what an all star is. Now I will say this: the way they talked about it last night in their opener, major thing. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. It can be, they talked about people who have, been, winners. We have two winners, Ian and Nicole Franzel. People who have made it to second, and people who have made it to the final night, maybe the final, the third guy, the third person to win, the runners up. Then we have a couple who did not make it that far. Devon never made it that far. Bailey made it. Bailey made it to jury. Devon made it to jury. Kaser, who's there, didn't even make it to jury. He didn't. He never made it to jury. So yeah. And so we got some other things that maybe we just didn't think of. And so just think about when it comes to all stars. So I don't know. Maybe when you think about it, you really only have few all stars. You have Ian, you have Nicole, you have Tyler, you have um what's the name? You have um um I thought was also played a good game, did not win. Um I think Jesus Christ. It's hard to remember all these. Excuse me. It's the only ones I can think of right now. So and I can give it to Enzo and Memphis and Cody. Maybe when you first at first blush you don't think of them as all stars because they didn't. You don't remember anything special from them. They didn't do anything important, but they did make it pretty far in their respective seasons. Enzo and Kevin made it to the third place in Big Brother 11 and 12 respectively. And Memphis was sitting next to Dan, in season 10. And of course, we got Cody also on there. He was sitting next to Derek, and maybe Memphis and Cody, they may be the ones who, but they were so overshadowed by Dan and by Derek that you just don't think of them as all stars, but maybe they are. So but but David isn't an all star. He was, he's. I don't even know why he's on the season. I really don't. I really don't know why he's on the show. They brought him back because they felt bad for him. That's why this really shouldn't have been all stars. This should have been This should have been second chances. That's what this should have been. This should have been Big Brother second chances, and and it would have made a lot more sense for Christmas to come back, and actually play a second chance, play what she wanted to play, even though she made it to the third place, to have it played the way that she wanted to play, not without a broken foot. David, same thing. Give him opportunity to play. People like Jody and Glenn and other ones, and some other ones who left early, who left before the jury started. Give them opportunity to play the game again a second time. Now, I who knows with what they were thinking and things like that. Obviously it sounds better. Big Brother All Star sounds nicer. It sounds better. It sounds more terrific. But obviously, most of these people are not All Stars in the normal sense of the word. But when it comes to COVID-19, the COVID-19 world, normal goes directly right out the door. It goes directly right out the door. So yeah, as I'm filming this right now, they're doing the safety suite competition, um, and so we'll have to see how that comes out. It looked like Tyler, um, Bailey, um, Keisha, and Janelle may have had their their VIP cards taken. So we'll have to see. I don't know if anybody else did or not, but we're going to see when he comes back. It already seems like that Cody, who is now the HOH, he won HOH last night. If you somehow did not know that. Um, by the way, all of these videos I do will come with spoilers as always. So I'll try to remember myself to talk about to give you a spoiler alert or something like that. Obviously, it's going to be in the description box down below where it says spoilers. So okay. Yeah, he's won HOH and he's thinking about, he's talked to Tyler about doing some stuff. He's talked to Enzo, and then he's also been talking about Nicole, and then maybe Cody doing the Cody doing the guys alliance, Nicole Franzel, which may add because there are two Nicoles. Nicole Anthony from last season is also on this season, and so Nicole Franzel, and then talk about doing a being each other's number one, but then make sure you having a girls alliance and a guys alliance. So we'll see. We'll see how that reigns supreme. Um, but yeah, you know, and really, I think to be very honest with you, I almost did kind of want this season to happen. Um, I didn't because of the world we live in, and listen, the last couple of years I've been on I've had the live feeds and I've been on Twitter, and I think maybe even a couple of times before then. The fandom can be a very toxic fandom, the Big Brother fandom, and they are willing to call racism out. They try to be so woke, and none of them are. They try to call racism out at the drop of a hat, and it's so freaking stuff. And then here we are, you know, in a world where George Floyd, I still think we do have George Floyd protests, right? Or we have Breonna Taylor protests, right? I think those are still going on in the world today in certain places, and and everything's going on with the racial sensing and systematic racism and all that. I just didn't want to deal with the season of trying to have to you know knock some sense into people that just because a white person puts a black person on the block doesn't mean they're racist. Doesn't mean just because a black white person voting for Trump doesn't mean that he's racist. And everything like that. Just because they look at him sideways doesn't mean they're racist, and doesn't mean that just because they said a word with the ER on the end of it means they said the N word. I'm going to get just so tired of the fake wokeness. So I kind of didn't want this season to happen. I thought maybe COVID-19 was a perfect time for them to say, let's just skip this season and wait till next season. I was even saying, hey, if you don't want to wait till next summer, just do it do it like in the next spring. Do it when like February comes around. Do Big Brother 22 then. But it's here, and I'm to be honest with you, I'm kind of happy it's here. And we'll have to see what happens now with everything that's going on. We'll see what happens with the safety suite and any other twist that comes on and happens, and we'll just get along from there. So yeah, once again, I am back doing my Big Brother weekend review. Again, I don't know when it will, you know, be posted or anything like that. It should be every Wednesday, not every Wednesday, every Thursday. Um, like I said, right now I have schooling Thursday morning, so it would be more than likely will be in the afternoon. Thursdays will be what's the name days. So and that's probably good for me because the 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 live feeds will be off most of the day, so that's always a good day. So yeah. I'm gonna try my best to make sure that we are here every week, giving you your updates on the Big Brother, uh, excuse me, on the Big Brother game, Big Brother 22 All Stars. Let's go, everybody. Here we go. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know how you guys feel about the things that are going on and everything like that. All right. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJTRIP signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.